What has Kamala Harris done to you that's made you hate her so much?
That's a very good question. Let's ask some high-ranking Democrats why they hate her. How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about Vice President Kamala Harris. Now, we all know that she could become the next president because our current president, Joe Biden, is not really in the best shape. This guy's mumbling, bumbling, stumbling everywhere, tripping over sandbags, over his own 2 feet, all kind of stuff. He's 80, 81 years old, not in the best shape. So if he cannot continue while in office for whatever the reason, she will be the next up. Now, Kamala Harris did not poll very well when she ran for president in 2020. As a matter of fact, she polled at 0%. Her campaign was an abysmal failure by any metric. It was bad. Nobody wanted her, left, right, black, white. Nobody wanted Kamala Harris to become the president. So I don't think that sentiment has changed at all. I don't think she's done anything while vice president that will be like, you know what? My opinion about Kamala Harris from the campaign of 2020 has changed. Let's let her be the president. This is not a thing that is right or left or black or white. This is just what it is. Now, before we get into what you just saw, which was celebrity blogger Jason Lee, who knows Kamala Harris personally, and his take, let's go back a little bit. Remember, Nikki Haley had been talking about this. She said that a vote for Joe Biden is a vote for Kamala Harris. Now, some said this is a dog whistle. I think it might have been Jamel Hill or somebody. Oh, this is a dog whistle because you guys don't want a black woman. Well, first of all, calling her a black woman is kind of a stretch. When her dad is from Jamaica, it might not be full black himself, and the mom is from the Indian subcontinent. So that's kind of a stretch. But regardless of what, is it about the color or is it just about her? She's not done anything. She's the border czar. What has she done in that role? Is it like she like the green energy czar or something like that? I don't know what her roles are, but I know the border thing is not going very well, and she's not done anything else. All she does is get sent to cultural events to talk and spew word salad into the microphone. That's pretty much it. She's not shown any leadership skills, none whatsoever. So then when they say Nikki Haley is issuing racially tinged dog whistles to the white base of the Republican Party, it's totally ridiculous because people on the left also don't want her there, whether they say it or not. Now, here is Anderson Cooper on CNN asking Nancy Pelosi if Kamala Harris is the best running mate for Joe Biden. And let's see what she says or what she doesn't say.
Is Vice President Kamala Harris the best running mate for this president?
He thinks so, and that's what matters. And by the way,
why not just say yes? He thinks so. That's like, hey, man, you know, do you like that car? Is it a beautiful car? Man, he thinks it's great. No, I didn't ask you if someone else thought this was a good car. Do you think it's a good car? Yes or no?
I think so.
She's very politically astute. I don't think people give her enough credit. She's, of course, values-based, consistent with the president's values and the rest. And people don't understand she's politically astute. Why would she be vice president if she were not? But when she was running for attorney general in California, she had 6% in the polls. 6% in the polls. And she politically astutely made her case about why.
I mean, she's hanging on to that word, and the astute, she's saying that over and over again because she wants to conceal the fact that she does not believe Kamala Harris is a good pick for VP because she understands how frail and fragile Joe Biden is. And if he's not able to continue, then she'd be the president and it would be a disaster. But she doesn't want to say that.
She would be good, did her politics, and became attorney general. So people shouldn't underestimate what Kamala Harris brings to the table.
But do you think she is the best running mate, though?
She's the vice president of the United States. So when people say to me, well, why isn't she doing this or that? I said, because she's the vice president.
See, not answering the question. Why not just say yes? It's a simple question. Do you think that she's the best VP pick? Yes or no? It's simple. Just say yes, but she wants to go all around the bush because she doesn't want to admit the truth. That's just as simple as that. Now, we have more here. There's most certainly more. Here's Jamie Raskin again on CNN. I think this is Jake Tapper talking to him.
You think Kamala Harris is the best running mate for President Biden? You've said she's excellent. That's farther than Speaker Pelosi went. But do you think she's I'm not trying to throw anything into turmoil. I actually think it's a pretty simple question. Do you think Kamala Harris is the best running mate for President Biden? Yes or no?
I mean, but I don't know what else I can say other than she would be
yes.
an excellent running mate and an excellent vice president. I don't know whether President Biden has named his running mate.
I mean, you say, I don't know what you can say. The answer is you could say yes. You could say, yes, I think Kamala Harris is the best vice president and the best running mate for President Biden. That's the answer you could be giving right now. Yes, she is.
So I've not seen any public opinion polling. You might be a stronger vice presidential running mate than her or me or anybody else. I don't know.
These are Democrats you're talking about. Nancy Pelosi, Democrat. Jamie Raskin, Democrat. And they're refusing to say whether or not Kamala Harris is the best running mate for Joe Biden. They're refusing to say it. So when this man right here, who we're going to get to right now, so when he says, why do y'all hate her? Who is y'all? Who is y'all? Is it Republicans, conservatives, so-called racist people, or your own party, her own colleagues? And is it about hate or just realizing that she is not a good pick for VP because she could become president, and she wouldn't be a good president because she's barely competent in her role right now? If you're barely competent in your role right now, how are you going to ascend to a higher role and perform better? It doesn't make any sense. But let's hear from Jason Lee.
Went to the vice president's house for the hip hop 50th anniversary hip hop party at her house. And I took this picture, you've seen it, but it wasn't the picture that I want to talk to you about. It's the video that's been seen around the world that I took. This video right here.
Okay, we got music and whatnot, so I'm gonna kind of mute that right quick. I know you're proud of your video because she went viral and you want to be part of it. You just got to put your name in there. Okay, we get the idea.
Vice president. I took that video of the vice president and I posted it in a way that everybody would still not give me credit because I didn't want the credit. What I wanted was for the world to see it, and 20 million views later, it's clear that you have. I've been looking at all the comments over the last couple of days of everybody that's had stuff to say, from white folks to Republicans to black people to white people, about what black people should feel about it. I've been looking at all the comments, and my only question is, why do y'all hate her so much? Why do y'all hate her so much? What has Kamala Harris done to you that's made you hate her so much? She grew up in Oakland, California, which is not an easy.
She did not. She is a person that grew up in Canada. She moved to Oakland later. Let's not lie about that, Jason. Come on now. I know you better than that.
Easy city to grow up in as a mixed biracial child, which I could tell you as a mixed breed, it ain't easy. She became an attorney. She became a female attorney general in California, working under a Republican administration.
Locking black folks up. You part of that, huh? It's funny. They these would be the same ones to say defund the police, anti-police. But then if someone that they like for whatever reason is involved with that, then it's totally fine. There's no problem. People are weird.
She then went on to become a state senator that we all love because she was in their ass about stuff over there on the Hill.
Who is we? Who is we? I'm not sure who we is, sir.
And then got elected as the first female and the first black female vice president of the United States.
Only because Joe Biden said that's what he was going to do. Affirmative action hire. You know, she wasn't brought on because she's so great. She was brought on because he had a certain thing to fill. Charlamagne was asking him, okay, what are you going to do? Oh, I'm going to hire a black female for vice president. And that's what he did.
And somehow she ain't shit. She ain't shit. She locked up all the black men in California. Really?
Yeah. Attorney General, that was her job. Whether you say that it was justified or not, it doesn't matter. That's what she did. So if another person does the same thing that happens to be white, then you can't complain. Just like those talking about you shouldn't lock up Hunter Biden because he lied on the background check because he has a drug problem. Okay, if that's the case, then you don't believe in background checks. You see how that works?
When I read, she's doing nothing for the culture. She's doing nothing for black people. Really?
Are they lying? Where's the lie? You've not refuted anything. You're just saying that you're just kind of making this face, but you're not refuting anything.
She's bad for the White House. She's taking us backwards. We're gonna vote for Trump. Okay. Really? One, y'all don't want to eradicate the police department for people giving tickets to you for speeding in a 25-mile zone. You don't get mad at the police, you get mad at the lawmaker. Because the police didn't make the law that said
She was the attorney general. Her job was to prosecute. So it's like she was the police. What are you talking about? You talking about defunding the police is a good thing, but at the same time, supporting the top cop, essentially the attorney general, Kamala Harris. What are we saying? Come on, man.
says you can't drive faster in that area. Yet, as attorney general, for enforcing the three strikes law that was created by Pete Wilson, who was a white racist in California, makes her the bad guy?
So if the person who brought the law out was a racist and your friend is enforcing the law, then how was she not a racist? You know, I'm not saying that the law is racist, but if he's saying that, then how is a person who was enforcing it not the same as the person that made it? It doesn't make any sense because a law is nothing without enforcement.
Half of y'all that talk about politics don't vote. The other half don't understand how the law works. And those of you that are talking about the three strikes law don't even live in California. So you don't even know how our laws work. Then you say she's not doing enough for the country. She's not the president. She's the vice president.
Okay.
But when you look at what the president is doing, he's done a lot for the country. He just ain't on TV every day talking about it.
What has Joe Biden done for the country, sir? Let's break that down.
Why don't you know? Because their teams aren't communicating the best, and we're not paying attention to.
Well, I'm listening to you right now. I'm watching your video right now, Jason. So tell us all these accomplishments that the Biden administration have done. Give us a list, and then we could just go through it. We can fact check it. We could do whatever you want. That's what I want to know.
The most. But what I will say is that when I looked at all the commentary of Kamala's dancing at the White House, at the vice president's party, it really disappointed me. There was a lot of great comments, like Black Twitter, a lot of great comments, people saying Auntie Kamala, and this is the Kamala we want to see. And I've told the vice president, I've told her team, this is what people want to see. But it was the racist, white supremacist uprooting of hatred towards a black woman that I saw from the right, and the complicit behavior of sleep black folks who were participating in it that disappointed me.
Okay, so if a black person says the same thing as a white person about Kamala Harris, you're going to characterize them differently. So I'm different. So he's probably talking about me because a quote of mine made it to the New York Post. It was a whole article about it. They featured my tweet on it. The tweet kind of went viral. All I said was that she had some granny moves. It was a joke. If you can't take jokes, then don't put yourself out there like that in a way that is unconventional. You're going to get some jokes. And it wasn't even about hate. It's just a simple joke. If you can't take jokes, it is what it is. That's on you. So you're going to say I'm asleep and adjacent to a so-called white supremacist. And if a white person makes a joke, they're racist for making a joke. They're racist for not wanting to Kamala Harris. Again, 0% she polled at. Black folks voted for Joe Biden during the primary over your Kamala Harris. They voted for the white man over the black woman. So are your fellow Democrats who want Joe Biden, who want Kamala Harris, are they racist for wanting Joe Biden over Kamala? Let's keep it all the way real. And again, as I close, the whole thing is people realize that Joe Biden is not in the best shape. And if he is not able to continue, then Kamala Harris comes in, but it didn't want her from the beginning. They wanted Joe. And maybe they don't want her to replace Joe. Maybe they want somebody else, which is why they don't want her to be the running mate. It's not about hate. It's just about, hey, that's not who we selected. That's not who we want. Simple as that.
Now, as a black gay entrepreneur, when white people hate on me or tell me I'm not ready or not big enough or this or that or whatever, or they minimize who I am, it is what it is. I take it on the chin and I keep killing it. But when black hate happens, it hurts more.
Okay, there you go. So shout out Jason Lee. Mad about people not liking Kamala Harris. It is what it is. It is what it is. As I close, I want to say this. Shout out to everybody that voted in the primary in 2020 who did not vote for Kamala Harris, who voted for Pete Buttigieg and Joe Biden and everybody else except for Kamala. Maybe it's for a reason. Just because you're a so-called black person, which she's not, But because you're a person of color does not automatically give you the right or the privilege or the entitlement to an office. It doesn't do that. How about doing a good job as a vice president? How about doing a good job as attorney general? How about doing a good job previously and making your case known to the public that you are the best for the job and convincing them that way, rather than just saying, I'm a woman and I'm a person of color, vote for me. That's not how it's going to work anymore in the USA. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? What's your take on what's happening here with Kamala Harris? Apparently, the left doesn't really want her. The right doesn't want her. But some people think that she's entitled to be the vice president, entitled to be the president. Why? Why? Whatever your thoughts on this are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I'm at. The country spoke in 2020. They don't want her. Nobody. Left, right, black, white, nobody. It's simple as that. It's not a matter of race. It's a matter of choice. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.